517-499-6692.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Yes. If you're ready for some home maintenance, give Ducks and Homesteady a call. Did you know you can trust the experts at JTV with your real estate advertising needs? We offer professional photography, aerial photography, and video of your listings. Feature your homes on our Property of the Day on the Bart Holly Show, or be featured on At Home Jackson. Give us a call at 787-8817 or check us out online, jtv.tv.
Welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Great. Should be a beautiful day today, a high of 85 and sunshine, and today is the last day of spring.
What?
Yes, summer officially arrives tomorrow, so tomorrow will be your longest day of the year, so enjoy those 9:45 p.m. sunsets. Right now, 64 in Jackson. Yesterday's high was 86. So even though spring is still here, summer's arrived.
Yeah, it should be sunny all day, mid 80s, another beautiful hot day. Did you have a good Father's Day?
I did, thank you very much. Did you?
I did, it was long. I was so tired. You know what I did yesterday? I got home, ate, and I fell asleep at 6:30 p.m.
Last night?
Woke up at 10. And then I went to bed at 11. So I think I got too much sun over the week.
Too much sleep.
Sun. No, I'm feeling good. I needed that sleep. So I slept. I've been sleeping pretty much since yesterday. My daughter made me these shoes. Now, interestingly enough, you were with us when we bought these shoes.
Oh, at Marshall's?
At the Marshall's in Southern Shores.
Wow.
And she, the night before, made those for me.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
So she painted.
She did, yeah. She painted those.
Huh.
Yeah. Just
even the shoelaces.
She started at like 10 o'clock the night before Father's Day, and I had them when I got home from golf. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, pretty cool. Best gift I've ever received.
Are they to be worn or just to display?
I think display. I think if she grows into them, they will become her shoes. Yeah.
Nice.
Very, very nice gift.
Today, we have a few things going on. Nixon Park Pool opened yesterday, and it was packed, as you would imagine. And it will be packed again today.
I took Barrett there yesterday.
Did you? Nice. Did you go?
Second session.
Second session.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, 3:30 to 6:30. I mean, that is. I mean, sun, right? It was hot.
Oh yeah.
It was hot.
A lot of people. It was a good time though. He rode the slide for the first time. He loved it.
Oh, that's cool.
Big water
Yeah.
slide.
Now I bet he wants to go back every day to ride that slide.
Yeah, he's already talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Another great asset in our community, the
For sure.
Nixon Water Park.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our hometown heating, cooling, and more Sky Cam. See what it looks like. Oh, beautiful day. Just a beautiful day.
Beautiful downtown Jackson. The nearly empty AT&T building. What's in there?
I don't know. Do you know who owns it?
AT&T.
Really?
We have Food Truck Tuesday today at Horace Blackman Park from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. And there are 13 food trucks today. Making their first appearance in quite some time, Shimmy Shack is coming back.
What's Irene's Water Ice?
It is very popular.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna check it out today.
It was at Juneteenth, and it was always a long line.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to the Kona Ice many times. I think I'll do Irene's Ice today.
I would recommend Irene's.
Okay, check it out.
Water
of course.
Ice. Nom Nom Ninja is back. I don't know if they've been to Food Truck Tuesday. So, and West Texas Barbecue,
Oh, wow.
new food truck.
Perfect.
So
The gang will all be there.
it's going to be popular today. The Jackson College summer concert season continues. The series tonight moving indoors to the Sheffer Music Hall at Potter Center for the Jackson College Community Concert Band under the baton of Dan Bickle. And they've got a great selection of pieces they'll be performing, including some patriotic marches and some focus on the drums. So it'll be
Very
be
good.
great. Great show.
Very good. I was at Jackson College yesterday dropping my nephew Jim off at the Jets basketball camp. And shout out to the Jets basketball players and coaching staff. They welcomed all the campers. You know what it's like when you go to a camp for the first time. Parents and kids are nervous, where to go. They had everything ready for the kids, introduced themselves, smiles on their faces. It was really cool. And there were a lot of people out there who have not been to Jackson College in quite some time,
Yeah.
and I think we're pretty surprised at how awesome the facilities are. Of course, when you have to get to the VCUS, you have to go by the brand new Jets Pavilion and Sports Complex. So very cool. I think a lot of people enjoyed getting to be on campus yesterday.
It's a beautiful campus. If you haven't been this year,
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah, you can go on Friday. There is a Jets open house, and go out, check it out. And 12 to 3 Central Campus. The new signage everywhere is so cool out there as well. And you might notice the JTV sign when you pull in as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you wave at that. We have a camera right inside that.
And folks 65 and over on Wednesday will have the opportunity to visit Jackson College and get some help from students with technology. So many people have issues with their tablets or phones or computers.
Yes.
Well, the students at Jackson College will help you. Come on out between 12 and 3 on Wednesday, and there's a hot dog lunch and all kinds of help in the Jackson College Solution Center.
Do you have to be 65?
Well, it's designed for 65 and
Because
over.
I could
but
use some help with one of my devices. Hey, I've got some cool news. You remember Matt Kibbe, JTV Sports? Matt Kibbe did a lot of hockey games and things like
yeah.
that for us. He is headed to the MLB Network. How about that?
Wow.
Really cool. Matt was Adrian College grad and went on to do his master's program at Newhouse at Syracuse, and he's an unbelievable young kid, and he'll be successful at whatever he does. But we wanted to give him a shout out. Congratulations to Matt heading to MLB Network, and he's what, just 22 or 3, Noah?
Is he actually catching, or is that just a picture of?
He was a catch. He played baseball. So that was just a shot of him playing baseball. Excellent hockey, play-by-play guy. Excellent football, and he's going to be great at baseball. I think you'll see him climb the ranks very, very quickly. He's
let's
polished.
hope. Let's hope. We have a lot of people that started their career here at JTV that have moved on to bigger and better things. So we wish them the best.
Guess how old I was when the Grand River Brewery opened?
31.
I was 31. Do you remember that?
I do.
I can't believe they're already 10 years old. It's amazing. And that's one of the original projects that we really followed along down here because it's so close to us. Very, very, very cool. 10 years. It's hard. It's nearly impossible for restaurants to survive 10 years, and they've survived and thrived.
They had a big party on Saturday to celebrate their 10th anniversary, and Justin Dallenberg himself was there, sweating through his T-shirt.
Hey, it's hard not to sweat through a T-shirt when you own a restaurant or 12.
He's got some new things up his sleeve, including a new grocery store in Tecumseh.
Oh, how about that? I thought you were going to say Tawas area.
And they are going to be opening the goodie bag very soon in the Loft St. Louis building.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah. So the Blackman Animal Clinic's Dr. Pat Gorsica was there with his family celebrating Christmas. The kids were sick with COVID at Christmas, so they celebrated Saturday. Bob Schultz, one of the entertainers, on keyboard and saxophone, doing a great job. But they had a special menu. They had a buffet with pulled pork, and Justin said it was the best pig he ever roasted.
Really?
And it was awesome.
What was the pig's name?
They don't name it.
Okay.
And all the goodies like mac and cheese and grilled asparagus and salads, and a lot of fun had by all. Congratulations to GRB on 10 years. Remember Jackson, downtown Jackson 10 years ago, completely different. And Grand River Brewery, a big part of the renaissance of downtown Jackson.
I remember when it was just me, you, Brandon, and Save-A-Lot. And Otello's, of course, if you needed a bite to eat. But now, so many options.
Have you seen that submarine that's gone missing?
I'm just hearing about this late last night as I was in my 10 to 11 window where I was awake yesterday. What's going on? Now, is this a tourism sub? Like, there are tourists on this thing?
Yeah, there were tourists, rich tourists, because apparently it cost $250,000 for a ride on this submersible. 5 people are on it.
Extreme tourism, Brandon.
Yes.
It's the new thing.
They wanted to tour the wreckage of the Titanic, and they lost contact this vessel within hours of descending Sunday morning. They have 96 hours of oxygen on there, but they have no contact with it. They can't find it, and I don't know why there wasn't a rope tied to it.
Well, that's ridiculous, obviously.
No.
You can't tie a rope that long.
I think you can.
I don't think you can, actually. So they're going to be, there's no radios or anything that works at those depths, so it's just going to be relying on the experts above with the sonar. So I think you're going to see more stories like this as this extreme tourism kind of increases. We've got people, we've got people flying into space for $500,000. I mean, yeah, so there's going to be some crazy things like this. This is probably going to be a tragic story.
Unfortunately, you're probably right, but if they had tied a rope to it, a simple rope.
It's not how that works. I promise you can't tie a rope to something like that.
I don't know why not. I mean, there must be some sort of a loop on the ship that you could tie. I mean,
you are like the worst at sea, so like I don't know that you should have any opinion. We had so many events over the weekend, photos from everywhere, all over our website. I think we have some footage. Do we have some footage from the JDRF walk?
Oh.
Yeah, so, and I think you've been at this 23 straight years.
Yes.
It was a wonderful event, great event. What did you think of the I guess, late spring event rather than the fall event?
I kind of like it because the weather has been better in the spring.
Oh, you're good at that. Cornhole. I saw you and Ella playing that at a grad party.
I did. I got 3 in a row on Friday. That is the Center for Family Health team. They, for the first time, were in the JDRF One Walk. And Bill Lepisky, the new CEO, is there, along with COO Sarah Benedetto, and Bob Kraft there, supervising the ribbon cutting. They raised, as of that morning, $90,000 over the course of these 25 years. Roughly $5 million raised right here in Jackson.
Crazy. For
the JDRF One Walk.
A lot of people donating a lot of money over the years. Very cool. I love this one because everyone's walking at the same pace. It's just it's an event. It's cool. Very cool. The Concord Classic 5K is tomorrow, and it's part of the Concord Classic weekend. So we'll be out there for the 5K. There will be fireworks this weekend at the Concord Classic. Those fireworks are sponsored by M&K. They sign up for this race Wednesday, June 21st, and check out the ORS Facebook page for the map route. And yesterday, we had a picture of Josh, and I didn't acknowledge that he ran the 10 mile.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the Rose Run.
Yes, sir. So that happened, and while that happened, we were having fun over at the Al Glick Youth Football Camp. I think that is probably my favorite day of the year.
It was an unbelievable day
Yeah.
full of events, and there were so many great ones.
I actually got in a few of the drills under the guys that I was filming, and I hope Noah doesn't have any of those shots queued up here, but no, it was cool. It's fun seeing coaches from all around the county work together. And just, pour into these young people. It's so cool.
What a beautiful day for
Yeah, I saw a kid, one of the kids that was at the Glick camp at the JC camp yesterday. So it's nice to see people taking advantage of, you don't have this anywhere
in the world.
in the world. And kids got to go inside the Al Glick, I would just call it the Glick, the indoor, the Glick. They got to go in there as well and run some drills in there.
Making appearances at two events, the Glick and Juneteenth, Kari Willis.
Yeah, Kari was there. Kari had a great message to the kids. Really, any adult listening really can take away. That's what's fun about when Kari talks. It's for all ages to listen. And his message was, about listening and then controlling effort, and the effort is something that you and only you can control. So
He was very popular at Juneteenth as well, drawing a crowd. Teenagers were flocking to him.
Oh, well, he is a former NFL football player, so you do get a lot of attention.
One of the popular attractions at Juneteenth was the joystick folks with their bubble machine.
They have that's a cool business that they have.
Yeah. The petting zoo.
That looks like a miniature horse.
I think it was, I never saw one before, but they had a camel.
A camel?
A camel.
Really?
A live camel.
There's
Well,
Kari.
There he is. The entertainment was unbelievable. The turnout was fantastic. The food was great. This young man, Trey, has created a line of wearables
Awesome.
that are selling like hotcakes.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
3 great musical acts, plus a DJ providing the entertainment all afternoon long. And it was first class. Unbelievable all day long.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll have more coverage, of course, coming up, so stay tuned to our website for that. We love living in Jackson, and Heather Herndon does as well, and each week she reminds us why it's wonderful living here in Jackson. And today, it's showtime at the Jackson County Airport. 5 hours of aviation action at the 23 Aviation Day, celebrating 95 years of aviation history in Jackson. It's at the Jackson County Airport, Reynolds Field, 3606 Wildwood Ave. It's a free event, Aviation Day, free event in the community. Airplane rides, food, and merch will be available. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to fly, ride in a classic World War II air transport, Bart, you probably want to do that. Check out modern day military aircraft, fly a helicopter simulator, or just learn more about aircraft maintenance, you can check it out. Jackson Aviation Day is this Saturday, June 24th, free from 10 to 3 at our airport.
I was checking the police blotter today in suburban Chicago, and suburban Chicago man is facing firearms charges after he told officers he accidentally shot himself in the leg while dreaming that an intruder broke into his home. So he grabbed the gun, he was sleeping, dreaming an
Suburban
intruder shot himself. When police arrived, he had a gunshot wound so significant that they had to apply a tourniquet. He was bleeding out, but they hospitalized him, he's okay. But he had a dream, he told police that someone was breaking into his home, retrieved his .357 Magnum, that sounds like a big gun. And when he fired, he shot himself and apparently woke up from the dream.
I wonder if he was on medication that made him have bad dreams, because then you could go back and sue the doctor.
I don't know, but he's going to be charged.
Wow. With what? Shooting himself?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It's against the law. Who's on the show today?
We've got a great show coming up. We are going to be joined by Teresa Horn from the Jackson YMCA right after this quick break.
The Green Market at Henry Ford and its many vendors want to thank our wonderful patrons for their many years of support, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon in the lot across Michigan Avenue from Henry Ford Health. The Green Market, providing you and your family with healthy, fresh food.
You never think about a good tow truck service until you really need one. Jimmy's Towing and Auto Repair in Jackson will be there for you in a flash. Our technologically advanced GPS software enables us to pinpoint your location and dispatch the closest truck to assist you in no time. Jimmy's has the largest towing and rescue truck fleet in the area, and we have the right equipment for any towing need. When you need help in a flash, call Jimmy's. Jimmy's Towing and Repair in Jackson.
At Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More, we know how important family is. That's why we've been a family-owned and operated business since 2009. As an authorized Daikin dealer, we're dedicated to providing the best heating and cooling services for your family's comfort. So, don't sweat the heat or shiver in the cold. Let our family keep yours cozy all year long.
Michigan Department of Corrections invites you to come check out the opportunities available today with open interviews between now and 5 p.m. at the Jackson Training Complex on Cooper Street. They are currently hiring for officers, healthcare and mental health workers, food service pros, many other positions. They'll pay you while you train. They have competitive pay and state benefits. Just show up today at Cooper Street.
Our show today also brought to you by the Enchanted Forest Bar and Grill. They're located at 3705 Ann Arbor Road. Check them out. Daily specials. They're open 7 days a week. They have a brunch and Bloody Mary bar on Sundays. And also banquet space available for your next party. Give them a call, 517-962-5690.
Joining us now from the Jackson YMCA, the Healthy Living Coordinator, new position for Teresa Horn. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well, doing really well. Healthy living is something we all want to do.
Yeah.
And you're the coordinator, so you must know everything about healthy living.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
it's not easy, right? It's hard to do. What are some of the things that you work on over at the YMCA with some of your clients?
Well, we really want to work on making healthy living sustainable. Mm-hmm. So gradually introducing new habits so you can continue them for your lifetime.
Right.
So yeah.
So you've had a number of positions
Yeah.
at the Y in addition to being a personal fitness coach.
Right.
What else have you had?
Yeah, I kind of worked my way up through the ranks. So I started going to the Y for my own health and started taking fitness classes. And the thing I love about the Y is you build community, right? So you go for yourself and then you start to connect with other people, and that bond is really what brings you back. And that's what really makes the Y different, more than just, a gym. It's family and community. Yeah. So I started taking fitness classes, then became a trainer, and I did Turning Point with breast cancer survivors, Parkinson's, and now Healthy Living Coordinator.
You mentioned healthy living, small changes in habits. We can't make a one giant change and just change everything, right? That's how people fail.
That's right. Yeah, and it's so sad to see, right? You know, you start with all this intention and gusto and make big changes, but you can't sustain them. So gradual changes that we can sustain are really what we want to go after. So like maybe, you know, going from coffee with lots of creamer to black coffee, like I see there. So things like
Good
that.
Yeah, Andy did something when you played golf on Sunday. You walked instead of.
Oh, thank you. I thought you were going to insult me.
I can see you
Yeah.
bracing.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it was
I
a
did.
great little thing, and it's
Yeah,
makes a big
I mean,
difference. Yeah.
it's easier, you know, I'd rather walk 5 miles than ride 5 miles if I have the opportunity.
Yeah, and I like to gamify stuff like that. Like I like to challenge myself, like, you know, park further away at the grocery store.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna park so far, nobody's near my car. You know, like that to me is fun, and so
Yeah.
like I'll continue to do it. Or, you know, I can't have coffee until after I work out. So that's like a game to
Yeah.
me.
Gotta
so
reward yourself, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So it gets you going.
I was pulling out of Kelly Express on Horton Road, and as a guy was pulling in, he did this to me. Because he thought I didn't give him enough room to pull in. It was this.
What's that have to do with healthy living?
Well, his stress level over something
very
so minor. He almost had a heart attack because I didn't give him 2 more feet to pull in.
Well, you don't know where he was coming from.
It was Father's Day.
Oh, it was Father's
It was
Day.
Father's Day. Maybe he had a run in. Maybe
He only
with
had
the
10
kids.
minutes. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you're right. We get
Yeah.
stressed out, and that really can impact our health, our family's health.
Right, and managing stress is, you know, something you want to do to be healthy. So movement is really good for that. You know, like if you move every day, I don't like to call it exercise because sometimes that has a negative connotation in people's brains, but if we move every day with intention, it helps manage stress.
Yeah. How important do you think maybe joining a class, even a beginner class, can be to your overall health? Is that one of the biggest hurdles, do you think?
I think it probably is. And when you join a class, though, like I said, that community, supporting each other is really important. You build connection, and all of those things help with stress. So that's our Parkinson's group there. They're amazing, but you know, it's like a big family. And so, you know, if you don't show up, they're like, well,
What's
where's
wrong?
Susan?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, they hold you accountable.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah, really, it makes a big difference, and they're going to call you.
Yes,
It's like,
they
where
are.
were you this morning, Teresa?
That's absolutely true. Yeah, so that gets you going. Only 28% of Americans are moving as much as the CDC would like us to. So we want to, yeah, I know. So we want to go after that 72% and let them understand that we want to see them move and we want to see them succeed, whether it's at our YMCA or from their homes. We just want to support them in their effort to live healthy.
You brought along some photos. We saw chair exercising, and what else? What are some of the other ways that? And you can tell us what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so this is at the Milk Bank opening. You guys were there.
Oh yeah, this was just
sure,
the other
Yeah.
day.
So one of the things I'm going out and doing is connecting with the community. So remind everybody that the YMCA is there and building community, building touch points. So, you know, you might not see me at the Y, but you want to see me out, you'll see me out somewhere. And then I'll get a chance to personally invite you to the YMCA. So
That's Emily Moorhead,
yeah,
Henry Ford
the new
Jackson
president.
Hospital president.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great event, and we'll have more on that this afternoon. So check
That's
it out.
so exciting. The
Great
Milk
news.
Bank is
Great
so
news for our
exciting. Yeah,
community.
my first son was premature, and it's something I would have loved to have then, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, it was really surprising to me that how many people have already volunteered to be donors, and it's over 30. And
Yes.
they were afraid that they weren't gonna, but people stepped up.
That's right.
Yeah. It's generosity, it's kindness, it's taking care of your neighbor. That's this community. That's what this community is about.
Yeah. Only 2 of in Michigan. Only 2 milk
Yeah.
banks in Michigan. So
It's amazing.
it's amazing that we're going to have that here.
Now, you personally, you're a certified personal trainer,
Yes.
so you can take on a client and work with them one-on-one.
Correct.
And you've also got group classes. So someone that hasn't had, maybe they've just been hesitant to take the first step. What's the What's the best way to actually get put your toe in the water?
Yeah, so they can just give us a call down at the YMCA and we'll set up a consult and, kind of find out what they're looking for and then point them to the best trainer for, what they're looking for.
Yeah. What about, what's something we could do at home that would be a good step into healthy living?
Yeah, so I think probably to move more.
Yeah.
And one thing that you might want to do, like if you're a TV watcher, is to walk through your shows. That is, get your steps up, and it's one of my favorite things to do. I don't watch a lot of television because I'm like, I could be doing something else with that time. But I could watch JTV and walk at the same
That's right.
time. Yeah. So that is two things at once, and I love that.
I tried doing that. I was trying, because I wanted to get on the elliptical and treadmill more, so I was binging Netflix on it. But then I found myself, I had to slow down my workout so I could hear. So it's a fine line, but it's a great tip.
Yeah, it can only be the walking.
That's right.
Steady state walking. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Teresa keeps fit because she and her husband Anthony have 5 sons.
We do have 5 sons.
So that keeps you moving.
It does. It does. Yeah, and they're moving. They're out at JPEC, and so lots of good stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah, congrats on the new position. Healthy Living Coordinator at the Jackson YMCA, Teresa Horn. More of the morning show right after this.
Get ahead of the game and get your sports or annual physical before school starts in September. Whether for your student athlete to be ready for action or your student to be ready for school, now is the perfect time to make sure their health needs are up to date. Center for Family Health is offering physicals for youth ages 10 to 18 and provides vaccines and other health screenings during the physical. Most insurances and Medicaid are accepted with a sliding scale for qualified patients. Often there is no copay for a physical. 5 winners of $100 gift cards will be randomly drawn in June and July. Call 517-748-5500 to schedule an appointment today. Same-day appointments are available at our 4 school health center locations. The Center for Family Health has been opening the door to health care for all in Jackson County for more than 30 years.
Experience the charm of the 19th century with all the modern comforts you need at the Palmer House Inn Bed and Breakfast in Albion, Michigan. Relax in our cozy rooms and indulge in our delicious breakfast. Book your stay now at the Bed and Breakfast to make unforgettable memories. Call us at 517-629-001. Palmer House Inn Bed and Breakfast.
Home is where the heart is, inside and outside. Increase the comfort of your deck or patio with a retractable awning from Addison Awning in Jackson. The touch of a button turns bright sun into soothing shade and reduces energy costs. Addison Awning is proud to be one of Michigan's largest awning shops with hundreds of fabrics and styles to choose from. Last year's demand created wait times, so order now and be ready for summer. Call Addison Awning in Jackson at 782-8473. That's Addison Awning, 782-8473.
Asthma Allergy Centers can help you breathe freely. Since 1980, our board-certified specialists have provided testing and treatment for a wide variety of asthma and allergy-related conditions, including immunodeficiencies and skin problems. No referrals are necessary, and we accept any insurance or no insurance. You can even use our mobile app to check in and pay. Come see us at our Jackson office or one of our multiple offices in Southwest Michigan.
Welcome back to our show. Our show today is brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. They're in their 3rd generation of being family owned and operated. Stop by Vermeulen's today. Also, we're brought to you by the Commonwealth Commerce Center, and they have wedding space available. If you book your wedding in the month of June, you will get $300 off your rental facility and $100 off food and beverage. So call the Commonwealth Commerce Center today.
Joining us now is the Jackson Director of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Zoe Lyons.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great.
Summertime.
Yeah. I just saw Zoe at Juneteenth on a Saturday, plus MDHHS had a booth there.
We did,
What a cool event.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was great. Lots of great booths, lots of great food. The music was amazing. Yeah. I didn't get to stay. I was there early, or mid-afternoon, I guess, but I think it went later into the night as well.
Yeah, wonderful event.
Well, one of the things that we wanted to talk to you today about is an upcoming event this week called Reunification Day, and it's being celebrated, so it's a good thing.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, it's reunifying families where children have been placed in foster care. And for years and years, we have celebrated, not just in Michigan, but around the country, Adoption Day as a celebration of children who have been in foster care and their parents were not able to get back with them, the celebration that they were adopted, that they found their forever family. And then now, just the last 6 years in Michigan and again around the country, we like to celebrate reunification because the fact that children get to go back to their parents and stay is it's frankly better than adoption.
Yeah,
I think
that's the win right there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a huge win.
Yeah, you saw like over the last few years at the border, all the kids are being ripped out of the arms of their parents. It gives us an idea, really, of how important it is that and
reuniting, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
right. Yeah. Typically, when children are removed, it's not as dramatic as that. But it's hard. It's very hard, and it's interesting because children, as they get a little bit older, they understand that their parents maybe can't do it right now, but they always want to go back to their parents. I mean, I've been in this work for 33 years, and one or two times where a child says, I can't go back, I don't want to go back, because our parents mean the world to us. They are the people who are with us from the moment we're born, and that's where children should be.
And the MDHHS is devoted to this, keeping kids and families together. It's so important.
Right. And safe is the thing, right? Because we don't remove children if they're safe. And
it's last resort.
Last resort, absolutely last resort. We're working really hard to create lots of support and services and spaces to help parents so that removal never has to happen. But if it does, then the work that is immediately moved toward how can we get them home and when can we get them home.
Last year, over 2,000 families in Michigan. That's pretty cool.
Right, right. So this year in Jackson, we're compiling our list of the families who have had reunification in the last year. And we're going to do something special for those families. And we're not sure exactly what that is yet. I'm going to get together with my team and say, what might the families like? It might just be, a letter or a card from me with some signatures of my team on it that says we're just so proud of you.
Yeah.
And keep up the great work, and good to see that this has been successful for you.
And there will be families celebrating in Lansing on the 23rd.
Yes.
And there's a luncheon and program.
On the lawn of the Capitol, yeah. Lots of groups coming together to help celebrate that across the state. So really, and I think Wayne County, they're focusing on some Wayne County families. So each year there's a different family that's involved, and so yeah, looking forward to that.
Recently announced was the Keep Kids Safe agenda. Talk a little bit about that mission.
Yeah, so there's lots of different things that we're working on. From when a call gets made to centralized intake and how the decision is made to assign that. So we now in Jackson sometimes get an assignment that goes straight to Children's Protective Services, but sometimes it says, this isn't Children's Protective Services, but maybe there's some support, and it will get assigned to us as a prevention case, so a little bit different. There are different services that we now have. So there's an office in our central office that works on mental health treatment for youth. And so we team with them on a regular basis. When we have kids who might need a hospital bed for mental health treatment, but we can't find that, we have a team now that helps us so that we don't have to linger so long. Substance abuse services, we're working on getting those at higher rates. And then something that's really exciting, they're piloting right now, putting an assistance payments worker actually with a children's services unit. And that assistance payments worker, you might remember, they do Medicaid, food assistance, utilities. And so the two people will work side by side to make sure that the family that we're working with gets what they need.
So there's proactive things that you're doing with this program, and you probably as a team have determined that things like substance abuse, finances, all the things that might be contributing to an unsafe environment, you are trying to, I guess, head it off at the pass.
Yeah, yep. Provide support and resources for them. So the ACEs that we've talked about over and over, adverse childhood experiences, include mental health issues and substance use issues. And so if we can get in early and help people get treatment for those, then kids can stay safe in their home and not ever be removed. So
I think we're glad to have Zoe here in Jackson.
Oh, definitely.
It's really my team. We have an amazing team, and we have great support from our leaders in Lansing as well. So, yeah,
that's awesome.
It's good.
Like Juneteenth, you had a booth there. You're at a lot of events. I think
yeah,
you were
not
at
just waiting for the community to come to you. You're meeting the community where they exist.
Right.
So
I'm actually leaving here and going to a meeting about homelessness here in Jackson, and what can we do to support that. So,
well, we appreciate all that you and your team are doing, and happy Reunification Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Zoe Lyons is the director of the Jackson office of the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll hear about a pretty cool restaurant. The owner and chef are up next. Stay tuned.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is preparing for the worst by putting to work the very best. Change is improving by replacing utility poles and redesigning our substations. Change is commitment to upgrading 1,000 miles of our energy grid every year. And change is confidence, the confidence of knowing when it comes to keeping the lights on, we're always on. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Little something for everyone. Hey Jackson, the secret is out. The Heather Herndon team with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, serving the Jackson community since 2005.
If you're looking for a high-quality, affordable alternative to the emergency room, then come to IEP Urgent Care's new location in Jackson. It's the same great ER physicians who have been providing care through our local hospitals since 2008, but now with a new location to serve you better. Our ER-trained providers believe high-quality care is for everyone, so we work with all insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Come see us on East Michigan Ave.
Register now! Spring Arbor University is hosting their annual summer sports camps in June and July. Baseball, soccer, basketball, tennis, bowling, volleyball, and golf. Camp dates, offerings, and ages vary. Camps available for ages 4 through senior year of high school. Details, dates, and registration information available online at saucougars.com.
Today's show brought to you by the Ella Sharp Museum, and they have a patio party going, and the patio parties are every Thursday night. It's
This Thursday.
It's this
Yeah.
Thursday, right? And this is one we're going back to the 20s, right?
Yep,
Experience
we
the
gotta-
past like never before as we journey through 4 iconic decades of Jackson history through trivia, music, and a curated menu that celebrates the most popular dishes of each decade, which will be very interesting because I'm not familiar with any foods prior to the 80s.
What you want to do is
I only know
wear-
about grilled cheese and cereal.
Wear your outfit that's 20s related. So if you've got like a flapper dress.
I
or-
don't.
No.
But I have some of those. Do you remember the MC Hammer Zubaz pants?
Hammer pants?
Yeah, I might wear those.
You could wear those. You could wear those.
I could. Yeah, I could.
So, yeah, so each month, different decade that they are celebrating.
That's beautiful.
And it starts, and it's going in chronological order: 20s, then 30s, then 40. No, 70s. I think 70s was the
70s
last
maybe.
one. And you have a
Okay.
lot of stuff from the
Okay.
70s.
Yeah, I do.
So we will be there on Thursday. Hope you are there as well. And they would like you to make. I'll let them know you're coming, so they have enough food.
That would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
Our next guest we welcome from Booher's Fresh Market and Diner owner Craig Booher and chef Devin Otto. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good to meet you guys.
Good to see you. Tell me a little bit about. I know I've been in, but how did you get started?
Basically, I like to eat. So I grew up in the Detroit area, great food, little mom and pops. Got a teaching job in Napoleon back in 1990. Moved out here. There's some good food in Jackson, but not the same number of, certainly not ethnic food like I was used to in Detroit, Italian food. So I go back home, have my friends, moms and grandmas show me how to make the food. And I just started cooking, and I eventually was cooking for students, and then students would have me cater events. And when it came time for me to retire from teaching, they were like, you should start a restaurant.
Yeah.
So here we are. That's kind of how I got started.
That's cool. Everyone I talk to that stops in, they're blown away with not only the quality, but the quantity.
Oh my. Yeah. When I was there,
Devin, you have a little bit of responsibility in that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm overpouring.
When I was there, Devin was doing all the cooking, and there was a gentleman.
Is that a Philly cheesesteak?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
How do you guys come up with the menu?
He asked for a takeout container even before he started eating because he knew he wasn't going to be able to eat it all.
Part of the process, you know.
Yeah. So how do you guys come up with the menu on what you're going to have? Are there items that are always on the menu and then weekly
Sure.
specials?
It's kind of sandwiches and Italian food. It's
Cool.
basically the food I like to eat.
Yeah.
That's literally, and then things that could piggyback off each other. But then we also have our weekend specials where we get a little more creative. We could do stuff that don't fit that normal stereotype that lets us try different things.
And Devin, you've had a long career in culinary arts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've got a lot of experience that you've brought to Boers as well.
Yeah, yeah. It was perfect. I, married Craig's daughter, and he was starting up the restaurant, and I just, I was there and open, and we just kind of it worked out good. So.
Yeah. Well, you must like Devin. Marry your
Yeah,
daughter
yeah.
and work in the family business.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a glowing recommendation for you.
Yeah, you start a business like that, you have no idea how much work you're taking
Yeah.
on. So I've been very blessed because
Yeah.
Devin has an amazing work ethic. So
Cool.
It's been nice getting the thing off the ground, but without Devin, it really wouldn't have been possible. So it's cool.
You're known for, well, quite a few things, but your homemade pies, house-made pies, and you brought a slice.
Yeah, we love to share food with people.
Thank you.
So we have a peanut butter cream pie here.
Oh my
We
God.
make our creams in-house, whole cream, local eggs, No whipping cream out of a can.
What was it, some Reese's
Reese's
on
peanut
top?
butter cup on top. We do several different kinds of
Not big enough
pies.
bite?
Sure. But, if you're not eating well, what's the point, right?
Get into that.
You guys want a to-go box for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want a whole pie to go. Oh my God, that's good. That's really good. You want me to say it?
That's good, yeah.
It's the best pie I've ever had.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to try another bite just to make sure.
Make sure?
I'll make sure it
it's
is.
really
yeah.
good. Very good. Is this on the menu today?
Yeah, we try to keep them stocked up.
Oh,
Sometimes we run out a little bit here and there, but we always keep some pies.
Have you done a spaghetti and meatballs yet?
Oh, that's on the regular menu. We do that all the time.
I remember when I first came into the restaurant and we talked about the Italian. I was telling Bart because it's his favorite cuisine, Italian cuisine, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find good Italian.
That's why I chose Italian.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
I found it. I had the spaghetti and meatballs, and it was a huge portion, by the way. So I had it more than once, but it was awesome. You guys do a great job with
Thank
that.
you. Yeah, that's my first recipe I learned.
Really?
Yeah, as a little 4'11" grandma from Sicily, one of my friends from college, and Grandma Arietta, she showed us how to roll the meatballs by hand and how to make the sauce and everything. So it's an old school recipe.
So if people drive by Boer's Fresh Market, and people had seen, do you guys have flowers for sale?
Sure, yeah. During the spring we have flowers and we have plants and veggies,
awesome.
and then in the fall we have pumpkins and things like that. So it's a little different, kind of a different place.
It was a market first.
Yes, it was Dixon's Market back in the day, and I think Jordan's before that. And I originally was going to start the restaurant, but all the locals had missed because Dixon had died, unfortunately. And so it'd been a couple of years since the market had been open, and all the locals like, you got to redo the flowers, and I don't know how to do that, but Napoleon's a really tight community. And some of the locals actually got me in contact with the suppliers to kind of help me get started. That was really, the first couple of years was doing that as I was getting ready to do the restaurant. So that just kind of happened.
All right, the French fries. Something as simple as French fries, or I should say something as important as French fries. Can you tell the secret to your fries?
Oh, sure.
There isn't really a secret. We just cut them. We get good potatoes, cut them up, throw some salt in, just let them soak in water for a bit, blanch them, fry them. There's no secret. Yeah, it's
That's
just,
probably
you can
why
make
there's
them at
no-
home.
well,
Yeah, that
I
is
don't
the secret, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
from
certain
bag.
but a certain kind of potato.
Exactly, not from a bag.
Yeah, they're russets. I mean, there's even different potatoes you can use, and some are better than others, but they work great for us. I mean, you can use them for other stuff. They're cheap compared to fancier potatoes, so they work great.
What's your favorite thing to cook? I mean, you're in there cooking nonstop. What's your favorite dish?
It's interesting. I actually like making burgers the best because it's just fast. It's just kind of like a little, and it's out. It's and it's so satisfying. I mean, like it's one of the simple things. It's a simple thing that you can make that just comes out great, and it's just in seconds, and people love them. So
actually, people they have started this viral campaign to name you the best burger in town.
Yeah. K105.3.
Yeah, and so far we're ahead, so it's a good thing. And honestly, we have like little QR codes at the place where people can vote. And if they're saying they like the burgers a lot, that's usually one of the first things we'll do is, hey, here you go, you can sign up. But we're really lucky because we, like our veggies, our potatoes, we have Keys Produce here in town, and they supply us with our veggies. And of course, A&A Market on Page Avenue supplies us with our burger.
Right.
They'll grind it fresh for me really almost any time I need it. So it's never frozen. Without those kinds of local supports, it'd be hard for the food to be as good as it is.
Oh, for sure.
It's really a community effort. Yeah. It's a big deal.
No, that's in the name, fresh. Fresh and local.
Talk about your hours and when you want to see people. Casual lunch and dinner, correct?
Sure. Yeah, it's a casual lunch and dinner, and they're open Monday through Saturdays, 11 to 8. We're pretty much open almost every day. We'll be closed 4th of July, odd dates like that. But as a general rule, we're there, and if you're hungry, we'll make sure you don't leave hungry.
That's no doubt.
Yeah.
If we want to do a to-go order, how much notice do you need, Devin?
We try to keep it about 20 minutes. Sometimes on the weekends or busy nights we'll go 40 or so, but we very rarely do you have to wait longer than that.
It's cool.
Yeah, plenty of room to sit. Got a counter like a diner and tables and plenty of free parking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And awesome food.
Yeah, great food.
Thank you.
We have a great team. You know, they make it happen.
You know what I like about that? It's not.
It's not messy.
Well, it's not peanut buttery, overpowering.
No, but it's
So
just
it's the
enough.
right mix.
Yeah, there's a
that's
lot of
good.
dark chocolate. Actually, I think one of our old Ben.
Yeah,
one
Ben.
of our prep cooks who just started Island Grinds. Ben's Island Grinds. Have you heard about that one? It's a food truck. Yeah, he's just I think he's more out in.
Okay.
Washtenaw. Yeah.
Yeah, Manchester and stuff like that. I think that's kind of where he's been a lot. But
Oh, I've
he
seen
came
it
up
on
with
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but he's the man. He
Cool.
came up with that recipe.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Well, keep on making great food, and thanks for coming in today.
Thanks.
Yeah,
it's
thank
good
you
to be
guys.
part of the
Appreciate
community.
it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I recommend that.
I do too.
The owner of Booher's Fresh Market and Diner, Craig Booher, and chef Devin Otto. More of the morning show after this.
Where'd that pie go?
They're putting it in a to-go container.
Oh. Well, okay then.
How's your new iPhone working out?
Oh, it is working so well, but I'm on it so much because of how well it's working. So I'm really happy with it.
Starting next year, all phones sold in the European Union will need to have user replaceable batteries. So that will likely mean that here in the United States, the iPhone and all the phones, the user will be able to buy batteries and replace them out themselves.
I will not participate.
Okay. Well, that's it. We're out of time. Who's on the show tomorrow?
We've got a wonderful show lined up for tomorrow. We'll have Dr. Jacob Sinkoff, Aaron Spinski, and Colin Martin, fraud fighters in financial wellness from American One Credit Union on tomorrow morning's show.
Later today, we will take you to the grand opening of the Henry Ford Jackson Hospital Milk Bank, plus lots more. We'll see you at 1.